Welcome to another MTGMoxBox video, your destination for Magic the Gathering box breaks and more. If you like what we do, please support us by participating in our box breaks. You can find us on our website, MTGMoxBox.com, or through our listings on eBay under seller handle MTGMoxBox. You can also find us on social media in the links in the description below, and watch us play Magic on Twitch under MTGMoxBox. Finally, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment to let us know what you think. This video series will look at price movements of cards in recently released Magic the Gathering sets. We'll highlight moves greater than $2 and try to point out any trends we're seeing. You can use this information to see if you should wait on a particular card or pull the trigger before the price goes higher. As we continue to collect data each week, we'll include analysis across longer periods of time. First is Modern Horizons 2, which released June 18th, 2021. We are now at 8 months since this set's release. If Modern Horizons 2 follows a similar print schedule as the first Modern Horizons set, a final print run may come around the summertime. At the time of making of this video at the end of February, we saw very minimal downward movement in card prices, but several notable cards have moved higher across the past few weeks. First is Fury, which continues to bounce up and down across the weeks, and most recently swinging up 2.12 from the past week to 21.45, while staying fairly flat compared to a month ago. Next, we have Urza's Saga, which jumped up 2.93 in the past week to 40.09, which is slightly higher than where it was a month ago. With the popularity of this card in multiple formats, combined with the new sagas in Neon Dynasty, this is a card to keep an eye on. Finally, the card jumping the most from the past week is Esper Sentinel, or as some folks like to call him, Ristic Buddy. He's up 3.12 to 27.15 currently. This is a 23.7% jump from where he was a month ago. Next up is Dungeons & Dragons: Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, which released July 23rd, 2021. It has now been 7 months since this set's release, and similar to Modern Horizons 2, there was minimal downward movement in card prices, and certain notable cards within the set are moving higher. One card making a notable move to a new high was Rogue Class, up 37.6% to 267 this week. It is up 106 or 65.8% over the past month, a pretty sizable move, likely driven by the release of Neon Dynasty and all the ninja cards that work well with this card. Another card jumping up is our friend Old Gnawbone, up 386 to 28.56 this week, reaching a new high as well. Next up is Midnight Hunt, which released September 24th, 2021. We are now at just over 5 months since this set's release. I was eager to see if Double Feature had an impact on prices, but it looks like the lower popularity of that set minimized any price movement of cards, for better or for worse. The only card making a move significant enough to include in this video was the Meat Hook Massacre, which is up 239 to 45.12 this week. It is up about 5.9% across the past month. Next up is Crimson Vow, which released November 19th, 2021. It has now been just over 3 months since the release of this set. Similar to Midnight Hunt, price movements were minimal for Crimson Vow after the release of Double Feature. However, one card is spiking significantly this week, and that is Hallowed Haunting, jumping 605 to 1451, a 71.5% increase. Across the past month, it is up 115.9%. This is likely driven by all the enchantment and spirit cards that released with Neon Dynasty. Next up is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, which released February 18th, 2022. It has been just under 2 weeks since this set's release, and for the most part, card prices are moving exactly how you would expect during the first few weeks of a new set. If we highlighted all the cards dropping from their pre-release price, we'd be here for a while. So instead, I wanted to highlight a few cards that appear to have bounced in the past week. First up is Otawara Soaring City, which bounced up 221 to 651 last week. Within the Channel Land set, this appears to be the runner-up after Boseiju. Next, the Wandering Emperor bounced up 238 to 1373. A combat trick planeswalker is an interesting design space that could be pretty powerful, so this is one definitely to keep watching. Finally, Boseiju Who Endures jumped 421 to 2443. I recall someone had predicted this card would drop to about $20 after release and stay within the $20 to $30 range. That appears to be the case this week. Here is a look at the latest values by set for the past 2 months. One thing to note that we are only tracking the base printing of each rare and mythic of each set, so alternate versions and commander set cards aren't factored into these totals. It is interesting to see how flat Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow are across the past month, while Modern Horizons 2 and Adventures in the Forgotten Realms have crept up recently. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty is behaving as expected for a new set release. What I found interesting here was that the base printing total for the cards of this set appears to be lower than the previous few standard sets. This could mean that more of the value has been shifted over to the alternate versions of the cards for this set. I'll be watching to see if this is unique to this set or if it will be the trend going forward. Prices are always volatile during new set releases, so it is time to ask for your predictions of where things will go next. For this video's question, what do you think will happen with the chase cards of Neon Dynasty? Or is there a card that wasn't mentioned that you think people are sleeping on? Let us know. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and please consider clicking like and subscribing to our channel. We'll continue tweaking this video series to keep it interesting and useful for viewers, so please leave a comment to let us know what you think. Thank you. Okay, now it's time to pick a winner from the last video that we had. We streamed it a couple of days ago, and I believe the question was asking about favorite artifacts or equipment from Neon Dynasty. So let me go ahead and grab the URL and grab the comments, and let's see what we get. Okay, Andy. Reinforced Ronin with only Cult Anvil is so broken. Favorite 2 artifacts. Nice break, guys. Alright, good picks. I actually haven't had experience with them yet, so I'll have to take a look again and see how it goes. Thank you very much, Annie, and we'll be in touch.